Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Good afternoon. I am Neeraj Bandi, here to present our project Voice Immersion Engine using Convolutional Neural Network. So, to start off with, our main aim was to recognize the human emotions using the voice samples. So, the main applications can be in many domains, starting with the mental health monitoring domain, customer service domain, and domains where the computer human interaction happens. The main contribution that we have done is we have developed a CNN based model that is optimized for the real world scenarios where there are different factors that come into play. And this has got pretty good accuracy, and also it works robustly under the real world scenarios. What is the main challenge when coming to speech recognition? Basically, when there are a lot of advancements in this field, but then what is the main challenge? So whenever there are different advancements, it is based on a particular domain. So basically, when there is advancement in speech recognition, there are multiple factors that come into play. One might be the data set that they have used. So most of the data sets that are publicly available now are either very small in the sample size, or they're skewed towards a particular dimension, like they are in a particular format recorded in a studio. And when you train a model with these, it doesn't work well in the real world scenario where there are other factors that are involved. So to overcome this, we have come up with a solution where we have used our FNN and a CNN model. We have made a combined data set which has both structured data sets and unstructured data sets, and also our custom data set that we have generated on own with all our team members contributing to it. And this data set has provided a really good accuracy and robustness for our models. So, what are the models we are going to present? Mainly FNN. This is used for a baseline comparison. CNN is the main model that we have focused on, and we have a hybrid where we use LSTM to increase the accuracy with temporal analysis. So the main data sets, RAV dataset. This dataset is officially licensed and available in open source. This has 24 professional actors, voice actors basically. Crema D, this has 91 different actors. Tess is basically only for female voices. Savvy is for male voices, and some datasets from Kaggle. And the main thing, our own custom generated dataset. So the dataset that we have generated, we have increased its quantity by data augmentation techniques in order to by adding some disturbances, time stretching, etc. in order to simulate the real world scenarios. The data set that we have produced, initially it was we have produced pretty good number, and then to increase the number of data sets, because number of data points, because when the model doesn't have enough data points, it tends to overfit to the particular data. So we used GAN like for data augmentation, and we've used many techniques such as we have used techniques such as time stretching, noise addition, pitch shifting, etc. And in this model, the main features that we are extracting are MFCC, zero crossing rate, spectral features, MEL spectrogram, RMS energy, and chroma features. Basically, these features were chosen because after analysis of a number of papers, these are the most significant features that were used in order for voice classification. And if you see on the right, this is how generally the classification occurs. Basically, the axis, right? We have one called valence and arousal. Valence is basically how pleasant or unpleasant your voice is. You could say, and arousal is basically how the pitch is, basically how the activation works, basically how high your pitch is. Based on this, we try to plot the particular data point such that we can identify the emotion that is tending to. So coming to our architecture, FNN is a simple architecture where it's a baseline feed-forward neural network. But in CNN, there are three convolutional layers. These are used to detect the patterns in the temporal audio features, and max pooling basically used for dimensionality reduction, and the dense layers are used for classifications. And we have used the dropout layers in order to reduce the chance of overfitting. Here, there are few choices that we have made, and I'm explaining why we have made those choices. ReLU activation function. we have used ReLU activation function in order to introduce non-linearity such that the learning of our model is better. Softmax is used for multi-class classification, and batch normalization is basically we have used it to have like stable training and normalize the training process. So coming to the implementation setup, Adam optimizer. Why have we used Adam optimizer, sir? So generally, Adam optimizer we have used to like implement the adaptive learning technique in the learning process, and categorical cross entropy loss function. This is used for classification of the multiple emotions, and reduce LR on plateau. This was used to prevent overfitting. And here particularly used 50 epochs of training with batch of 64. Why? Because this strike the balance between the efficiency and the learning of the model and reduce the chance of overfitting. And here we can see our evaluation framework, which was this 80-20 validation split. And the metrics that we have used is precision, recall, and F1 score. You can see our testing and training loss in the graphs below. Moving on to the results and discussions, what is the key findings that we have found? CNN architecture, actually, the main finding is that CNN architecture strikes a really good balance between its ability to extract those particular features and its computational efficiency in order to produce the results. And one more thing is, um, we have also used the LSTM, CNN plus LSTM hybrid model in order to take the temporal features, the sequential features into context. Because when we have a audio data, it is generally a sequential data, and if we use the LSTM there, we will be able to analyze the sequence, or the we can do temporal analysis, and that can be used for classification of the emotions. And the manual data set that we have generated has improves the robustness and reliability of our models. And the key finding is that when we use CNN demonstrated really good generalization with really less overfitting, while we compared to the baseline FNN, where there were limitations while capturing the temporal features, and it was really computationally intensive in order to capture all those features in the FNN model. And these are the confusion matrix for the FNN and CNN. And coming to the accuracy, when we use the FNN on the test data set, it gave us 85% accuracy. And the convolutional CNN, when we used on the combined data set, where there was non-linearity, lot of different data, diverse data, we got 60% accuracy. And when we use this hybrid model, where we use the LSTM in order to take into factor the temporal part, we got 61% accuracy. And coming on to the CNN, when we use the CNN as structured data set, we were able to achieve 99% accuracy. So this shows that CNN, when it's trained properly, it can perform in a really good manner, because when we do it on test, it's giving us 99% accuracy. But the problem with the on the combined data set is that the data set is really diverse. It has different models of data, different types of data, different formats of data, different factors in each type of data. So due to this, but even taking all of this into factors, it was able to give a exceptional 60% accuracy. And when we work on future enhancements, this can be particularly improved. So I would like to conclude by saying that we have successfully done the data set creation, the custom data set creation, and the future enhancements that we're thinking about is on the data set is that expansion of the data set into multilingual and cross cultural data sets, where we can use Basically, when we include the multilingual and cross-cultural data sets, diversity of the voices that can be recognized increases, affecting the references that we have referred to, mainly for our research paper. And with this, I would like to conclude, and I'm open for questions.
Hmm. Okay. Now, Charmida,
Yes, sir.
what made you to choose this topic?
Sir, basically, voice emotion engine, sir. But we were like, we particularly when we had our ML subject, right, sir? We were introduced, ML was a buzzword. But when we got into ML, we were like astonished by what all ML can do. And when we are doing the common applications, like what is ML basically being used on? And one of the key factor we have saw was that in this voice emotion recognition, right, sir? In voice emotion recognition part or this particular domain, there has been no much improvement in the as part of this ML buzz. There is no standard model or a benchmark in which we can say that, yeah, if you use this benchmark, this emotion that is recognized is correct. We can be 80-90% sure if it's correct. And due to lack of this recognition of emotion, we also saw that in many areas where there can be improvement. As I said, basically when a computer is interacting with a human via voice, the computer currently what it does, basically based on some features, it provides the output. But if we can add the emotion part, that can be of really good help, sir. Mainly in the mental health industry, right? When we factor in this emotion into the mental chatbots or the mental AI assistant, that would be a really good breakthrough. And in this point of time where there is a lot of depression and a lot of burnout, if we could implement that into an AI, that would be really path breaking, sir. This made us choose this particular topic.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
So, then what are all the main models of your system?
Sir, modules in the sense, sir.
Like user management. So, what type of phases are there, models are there in your system?
Sir,
The
basically,
composite
current
system?
the system that we have is
Mm-hmm.
uh, the model that we have published in the paper is only the core working model. But we had implemented it in a
You are
web-based
implemented
approach.
or what? Whether it is fully implemented?
Implemented this particular model, sir.
Mm-hmm. Like
Yes,
all
sir.
the
Yeah.
complete project.
Yes,
So,
sir.
what is
Actually,
implementation?
yeah. In this paper, sir, we have not discussed about our full project. We have only discussed about our model. But actually, as part of this, we had made a web interface where the voice can be taken, and the voice is pre-processed, and all these steps takes place, and the output is displayed on the screen only, sir.
Yeah, that's why. So,
Hmm.
which are the different modules are in your system in the proposed system? You said web application, is it?
Yes, sir. But in this paper, we have not discussed about that system. But as a system, when you asked, we just implemented a um, authentication module. Basically, it was a basic website with the authentication module, and this was the second module where the all the voice input and the processing, everything takes place, sir.
Okay, which technology and tools are used in your?
For the deployment, sir, or the website,
Hmm?
for the
Sorry?
website, sir.
No, like in your while implementing the project, what
Uh,
technology you are using? Tools,
so,
like
sir,
tools.
basically, yeah,
Ah.
basically for the model training and all, Colab was used, sir.
Mm.
And the script part, the model generation part, everything, we used Colab, and Python was used here. But for the web interface, backend was fully used. Node.js was used for the backend,
Mm.
and for the front end part, we used React minimally, but mainly it was vanilla JS with React only, sir. The front end part,
Mm-hmm.
yes, sir.
Okay. For what about ML model, machine learning model?
Sir, ML model, like for training the model.
Like fertilizer prediction. Hmm.
Uh, I didn't get your question, sir.
So for ML model, you are implementing machine learning, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the tool like in order to predict the fertilizer?
So basically,
Hmm.
like I'm the tools that we have used, or
Okay, thank you.
yes, sir.
Oh. Ayush sir, next one.